Hello, we are in Parashat Tetzeh. One of the phenomenons of Chumash Dvarim is that Moshe Rabbeinu repeats mitzvot that we've already learned about in previous Chumashim. And it's interesting sometimes to see the slight differences in the way Moshe presents these mitzvot in Chumash Dvarim while talking to Am Yisrael, and the way they were presented in earlier Chumashim. Rabbi Meir Simcha Midvinsk points out to a very important difference in one of the mitzvot. In Parashat Mishpatim, in Chumash Shmot, it says, Ki tifga shor oivcha o chamoro to'eh, hashev teshivenu lo. If you see the ox of your enemy, or his donkey, lost, you have to return it to its owners, even though it's your enemy. Pasuk Hey, Ki tir'eh chamor sona'cha rovetz tachat masa'o. If you see the donkey of someone that you hate falling because of what they are carrying, v'chadalta me'azov lo, azov ta'azov imo. You have to help this donkey. In our parasha, there is a very, very similar mitzvah. It says about mitzvat hashavat aveda. It says lo tireh et shor achicha o et seyo nidachim. And also there's a mitzvah about helping the animal of someone else that falls down. Lo tireh et chamor achicha o shoron noflim baderech. And I think the difference is very clear. While in Parashat Mishpatim we're talking about your enemy, we're talking about someone that you hate, in Parashat Tetzeh it is emphasized achicha, your brother. What does this difference come to tell us? Why does Moshe Rabbeinu change it? Do we not have to help those that we are enemies anymore in Chumash Dvarim? The Meshech Chochmah says the opposite. He says what Chumash Dvarim is saying, that there are no more enemies and there's no one else that you're allowed to hate. He's saying Chumash Shmot is talking in an ideal world where the Gemara asks, how can there be a soneh? There's a mitzvah lo tisna et achicha bilvavecha. So what are we talking about? We're talking about someone that did some kind of an avera, performed some kind of transgression, and then you say, he is not my brother. He is someone that I hate. He's someone that I despise. Why? Because of his bad behavior. The Meshech Chochmah connects this to Chet HaEgel, but I think even without Chet HaEgel, what we see in Chumash Dvarim is a more realistic way of looking at the world, says the Meshech Chochmah. Right, the person that you've seen, he has his averot, but also you have. You're not any better than the other. The way he says it, he's saying, אם יראה אדם בחברו חטא, אם יפשפש במעשיו, ימצא כמה מכשולים ופקפוקים. No one is perfect. The ability to hate someone else is maybe in an ideal world in where there is perfection, and then you have someone who harms this perfection. But in the practical reality that Chumash Dvarim is describing, everyone has their faults, and therefore you can't despise someone because of his averot. The opposite, you're supposed to feel connected to this person. Together we're human beings that cope with our faults and with our mistakes. And therefore in our parasha it says achicha. I hope, right, we're in Chodesh Elul, getting closer and closer to Rosh Hashanah. I hope we have the ability to improve our ayin tova on others and not only see their chata'im, but see how they are achicha, how they are our brothers, and to look inwards within ourselves and to be able to see our own faults and perfect ourselves. Shabbat Shalom.